I need to wait.
Wait, what?
Why did Anthea get off?
You what?
And of course, if anyone round here could give me the truth, it might be you.
Look, Katie, I'm really sorry, but Mike's asleep upstairs, and if he finds out you're here, there'll be hell to pay.
I don't really care.
Oh, Katie, I'm sorry. Come back later.
You look like you could use this.
Thanks. I didn't get much sleep. Kept on going over everything Mike said to me yesterday.
Forget about Mike.
Easy for you to say. You don't think I'm playing at being mum, do you?
No, you're doing a brilliant job with the children. And as for Mike, well, he's managed to make a mess of everything all by himself. Now he's looking for someone else to blame.
Maybe. But how come I'm always the villain? The way he was going on, you'd have thought I'd set up me dad going to jail just so as I could get my hands on great grannies.
He's been through a tough time. We all have.
So why does he have to take it out on me?
Well, that's what families are for.
I don't know. Just feels like we're falling apart. Anthea's gone, and now Mike won't even go and visit me dad.
Visiting duty's down to you then, eh?
Yeah. Can't say I'm looking forward to it, though. I just want today out of the way, to be honest.
Can you hurry up with that? You're going to make me late for work.
Sorry.
All ready for this afternoon?
Suppose.
You're not worried about this play, are you? I thought you'd be excited.
I'll get it.
Who is it?
Uncle Christy.
Great. That's all we need. Go and get your bag ready. We're going in 2 minutes.
Well, cheer up, kid. It's nearly Christmas. Well, what a bunch of happy campers you lot are. Look, Father Christy's Christmas tree. Early present for you.
What do you want?
I was after Marcy.
He's at work, which is where I should have been 10 minutes ago.
Hey, do you reckon any of your punters would be interested in top-of-the-range designer footgear at bargain basement prices?
Dream on. I'm not selling knockoff gear at the salon.
Flip-flops in December.
That's why they're going cheap.
Flip off, will you?
You see, you try and do your family a favour, and what happens? You get grief.
You really want to do me a favour, do you?
For you, die anything. But listen, don't tell Yang, because she gets a bit jealous.
Do you mean it?
I said it, didn't I?
Look, Marty can't make Ant play. He's got a meeting in town, some sort of reorganisation at the school. Ant was gutted when he found out he couldn't make it.
Di, I'd love to, honestly.
I'll take some of these into work.
All right, go on then. Hey, I tell you what, I'll bring my video, then Marty doesn't have to miss it after all.
Oh.
Hey, you look great.
Wish I felt it.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Suppose I'll have to be for my dad's sake. What have you got there?
Oh, it's just some bump that George sent me, you know, about being a school governor. He was banging on about it at the dinner party.
Oh, I didn't think you were interested.
Well, I'm not, no. But I said I'd at least look over it.
And?
Well, if I was retired, then I've got a restaurant to run, so it'd be like having another career.
Are you saying you haven't got the energy?
No, I'm saying I haven't got enough time. All the meetings are in the evening anyway, so even if I did have a cover for the restaurant, that wouldn't be fair on you.
Oh, Max, what happened to your community spirit?
It's not a matter of community spirit, it's a matter of what I'd rather spend my time doing. And at the moment, what I like to do most of all, is spend as much time as I can with my lovely wife.
Warming your chestnuts?
No, just burning a few offcuts, you know. Then I'm going to give the fence a lick of paint while I'm at it.
What you got there?
Now you're asking. Here we go. Top of the line Christmas ornamentation straight in from Amsterdam. Little bit saucy, but guaranteed to bring Yuletide cheer to any bedroom. Go on, check it out. Just the thing to warm my missus on a cold winter night.
Can I have a favour?
But I don't like doing favours, I never have.
You haven't even heard it yet.
Go on then.
Look, I was hoping for an advance on my wages.
How much?
100 quid. I'll pay you back and everything.
100?
Oh, come on, I've got to get something for Emily.
It's a lot of cash in advance. You'd owe me one, a big one.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, look, I've got a job I might need some help with.
No probs.
But it needs bottle. I don't want you agreeing now just to get the cash and then back out later.
Look, of course, I promise.
All right. I'll run the bar later. You can pick it up then.
Nice one.
Oh, I don't really think Jessie will appreciate this.
All right, please yourself. But Leanne has gone a bundle on him.
Rach?
Hiya.
Hiya. Oh, Mike's defo not come to see me dad then.
He's looking after Beth.
So he's still got a cob on with me.
He was dead upset. He felt like Mr. Dixon didn't trust him and you were making things worse.
I was trying to help.
I know that, but he's got his pride. Look, things haven't been easy for him recently. He's in a wheelchair for months, then the robbery, now all this. All he wants to do is look after me and Beth.
I know that, Rach, but he doesn't have to have a go at me.
Look, don't worry about Mike. He'll come round, he always does.
So there's no chance that he'll change his mind about coming to see me dad with me?
No, he needs time to calm down first. Send Mr. Dix now a love and tell him we're thinking about him.
I will.
Right, I'll put it over or something on the stage. Thanks, miss. Red tights and that.
Now remember, speak up. Don't mumble.
Yeah, miss.
So how's it going with Nisha?
I've hardly seen her since she got back from Tenerife.
How come?
Well, I don't know. She could have another fella for all I know.
You reckon?
Well, either that or she's gone off me.
Should have a word with her, you know.
I know, I haven't had the chance, really.
No, take it from me. Treat him mean, keep him keen.
I don't think that'd work with Nisha.
Well, there's the man you should be asking now.
What's that?
Steve wants to know how to handle Nisha.
Don't ask me, mate.
Yeah, but that wasn't Nisha's fault, though, was it?
Nope, I cocked that one up good and proper on my own. There's a lesson there for all of you.
You off to uni?
No, I'm just chasing up some job.
Where at?
Down in town somewhere. There's this new bar opening. It's meant to be that trendy, like.
And they reckon they'll take you on, eh?
You cheeky get.
I suppose I'll have to start looking for whatever's going if I don't land the job soon.
What's wrong with bar work?
Well, nothing if that's all you can get, but I've got to trade, haven't I?
Yeah, but at least you haven't got a mountain of debt.
Yeah, but once you leave, you'll be set for life.
I hope so. I wish you lot would listen to yourselves. You're like a lot of moaning minis. You should be thinking about the here and now.
No, it doesn't matter what you do, does it? I mean, you're in training, I've been to Nick, and you're in uni. But still, we're all stood round here like a bunch of lemons, aren't we?
Yeah, but at least I've got some future when I paid off all my debt.
Oh, and I haven't? Well, while you two are slaving for someone else, I'm going to be building my business empire.
Like me Uncle Christy, you mean?
No, I won't be up there with the bigger boys.
Oh, I got Tony Soprano there.
Mark my words, all you need in this life is a bit of nerve.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with that.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, because look who's over there. There he is, must have been burning.
There's no time like the present, lad.
Yeah, go on.
Turn round, please. Next. Bag, please. Jacket. Arms. Turn round. Boots. Next.
That must be the back stairs and just one I've done now.
There he is. Look at him setting the scene up.
Come on, let's go.
So,
Well, don't sound too excited, will you?
I said thanks, didn't I?
What's your problem?
Well, you've been back for weeks. I've hardly seen you, and now you turn up with a bottle of duty-free. What's going on?
Nothing's going on. I've just been busy. I do have a life, you know.
Look like you're feeling guilty, if you ask me.
I wish I hadn't bothered now.
Hope this is the only thing you brought me back from your holiday.
I hope you're not suggesting what I think you are.
Oh, come on. You tell me you went all the way to Tenerife and never copped off.
Been talking to your mates, have you, Steve? I tell you what, when you grow up, call me.
Hi, love, are you all right?
Yeah.
Where's Mike?
He's not coming.
Oh.
Hey, all lads.
Hey.
There you go.
Cheers, right? So, how'd you get on?
I blew it.
How'd you manage that?
I laid into her about what she got up to in Tenerife.
What'd you do that for?
Hang on, you were the one going on about treat him mean, keep him keen.
You didn't believe me, did you?
Doesn't make any difference. I think she's got the hump with me now, big style.
I thought you were supposed to be having the hump from her. Well, hey.
Oh, hey. Ha! Do you two know what this is?
A bit of wood.
This is a bit of Jimmy's arch.
Oh, yeah, I think I seen that when I came to see the house before we bought it.
And you still moved in?
Oh, yeah.
You may laugh, but Jimmy worked very hard on that arch, you know. And if you looked a bit closer, you might have learned something. Heritage. It's very important.
Yeah. Black and white telly and rickets. Dead exciting.
Oh, there was a lot more to it than that, you know. I mean, your generation, you think you invented sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Oh, a bit of a scally then, were you, Ray?
Well, I got in a couple of scrapes, you know. I mean, nothing serious, no thieving or anything, but, well, I had a few rucks.
I wouldn't have had you down as a fighter.
Well, you had to know how to handle yourself if you were a teddy boy.
You were a Ted?
I was one of the first in Liverpool.
I only get one of these visits a month and he can't be bothered to show.
We've had a bit of a fight.
What about?
What do you think? Money.
Let me guess. He was on the scrounge.
Well, it was the other way round, if you can believe that. I offered to help him out, and he threw it back in my face.
There's got to be more to it than that, Jack.
Yeah, Dad, there was. But let's not go into all that now, eh? I want to know how you are.
Well, actually, you know, it's not been as bad as I thought, really. Well, it's not Butlins, don't get me wrong, but well, I suppose there's worse places.
Well, that's good.
And I've been taking a few classes, you know. Keep me busy, help pass the time.
Have you had any hassle from any of the others?
I thought I might, but it's not been like that. I've got a few hard cases on my wing, but well, if you're not a druggie or you're not borrowing off them, then they tend to keep themselves to themselves.
Have you heard anything from Anthea?
Yeah. I got a letter off her this morning. She's in Baltimore visiting Megan.
Did she say why she went so quickly?
There wasn't any point in her staying around, was there?
Yeah, well, don't you worry, Dad. You've got the rest of your families come home to, haven't you?
It's that keeps me going. I just wish our Micah was here as well, though.
I thought you were supposed to be videoing this for Marcy.
I am. So, what's this play about, then?
Robin Hood, the musical.
I always fancied myself as a bit of a Robin Hood.
He gave to the poor. He didn't sell them knockoff from behind the bar.
I'm going to pretend I never heard that.
I hope Ant's okay.
Why shouldn't he be? What are you flapping about now?
Nothing, it doesn't matter.
Well, I'm his uncle, remember? You can tell me.
He's had a bit of bother.
Well, it was only a matter of time, Di.
What was?
Before his halo slipped. He's a lad, isn't he? It's only natural he's going to get in trouble in school.
It wasn't Anthony that was causing the trouble. He's being bullied.
Hello, Anthony. Who are you meant to be? The Christmas fairy?
You shouldn't be here. It's only for people who are helping with the play. We volunteered specially.
This photo's kept me going in here.
Hey, I'll bring you one in of Harry, Emma and Beth if you like.
Yeah, I'd like that. You should really cherish these years, you and I, Michael, you know. Christmas when you've got little ones. Nothing can touch you.
Hey, you're not going to get all maudlin on me, are you?
I took you lots of nosy safari park the day this was taken.
Yeah, I remember that. When the monkeys tore off the windscreen wipers, I thought you were going to get out and out them.
I might have done it all if your mother hadn't have been there. And all you kids could do was laugh your head off. Losing one of your kids, there's nothing worse. I did a terrible thing, Jacqueline. Forget all the juries and the courts and all the fancy barristers. I deprived a woman of her son.
So would you rather be facing life?
You know the answers to that one. But I just wish that I could sit down and talk to her. Tell her that I know how she's feeling. Because I've been through the same thing myself when our Tony died.
Do you really think that'd help?
I'm sorry, love, as you come to see me and all I can manage to do is wit it on. I don't mean to burden you with all this.
Don't be soft.
OK, visiting time over, ladies and gentlemen, please.
It's been great seeing you.
We've all missed you like mad, you know that, don't you? Give me a ring later on in the week.
I will. And give the kids a big hug from the grandad, you hear?
Is that thing even on?
You have little faith. Here we go. Oh, hey. Sorry, Dan, we have to find a better angle. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry.
You look more like me Marion, if you ask me.
Robin of Locksley fears no man. Then you are a fool.
Watch out, Robin, it's the sheriff's men.
Time for me now. I've only this minute got off work.
Rachel promised.
OK, but it'll have to be out here. If Mike finds you in the house, he'll go ballistic.
Do you want to set foot in there anyway?
You make him play to yourself.
Scarlet will know what to do.
You're just jealous because he couldn't find a costume big enough for you. See that again? Go on, I dare you.
Perhaps Will Scarlet will know what to do.
Don't think because your mummy's in the audience that I won't batter you. We must save Robin from...
Where do you think you're going?
Whoa. Feeling better after your shower?
Yeah. Oh, the smell of that place, it clings to you.
Now, look, you've done your bit now, so put it right out of your mind.
Wish I could.
Was Ron bad?
Well, he was trying to put on a brave face, but I could tell it was a struggle.
Well, maybe he didn't want you to see him upset.
You know what, it was seeing him in that place as much as anything. He looked kind of, I don't know, fragile.
Look, you don't survive 3 heart attacks without being really resilient.
Just wish our Mike could have swallowed his pride. You could tell me Dad was gutted he wasn't there.
Next time, eh?
Right, I was going to put the kids to you.
Ah, no, before you do that, I want to show you something.
Oh, sounds mysterious.
Now everyone at school will hate me.
No, they won't.
Gonna have to tell us what happened, mate.
Did they touch you?
No, they were just looking at me.
Me and your dad'll have a word with Mrs. Plummer. Get this sorted once and for all.
And what good will that do?
What do you suggest?
Well, I'm gonna go round to that Imelda's house and have a word.
And say what?
Tell them that they better keep a tighter leash on her.
Or else you'll batter her dad.
Why not? It's probably the only thing they understand.
Your dad narrowly avoided losing his job because he pushed her. If you go round there, it'll make things 10 times worse.
How can they be any worse? I mean, look at him. He's gonna be afraid of his own shadow at this rate. You haven't helped matters.
What's that supposed to mean?
You've wrapped him up in cotton wool since he was little. He's got to learn how to stand up for himself, otherwise he's going to go through his whole life getting pushed round.
Look, I've tried to stand up for myself. It just makes matters worse. You don't know what it's like.
Nice one.
I was trying to help.
The best way you can help is by letting me and your dad handle this.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to go round to that school first thing in the morning, and this time I'm going to make sure they're prepared to do something.
You're putting me in a really awkward position here. I don't know why Anthea left.
Come on, Rach. You're the only person I can ask. Jackie and Mike aren't likely to tell me.
Yeah, well, I've only heard bits and pieces.
Well, you've got to tell me what you've heard. Please, Rach. She was trying to cover for him, wasn't she?
I honestly don't know.
That has to be it. She perjured herself, didn't she? Didn't she?
I thought you needed cheering up a little bit. It must have been a shock to the system, having to look after Harry and Emma 24/7.
Well, it hasn't been easy, but I'm not complaining.
So, I've got you something which I think will ease your burden and make your life a little bit more manageable.
Oh, come on, then. Where is it? Don't keep me in suspense.
It's outside.
What? Oh, must be major.
I just hope you like it.
Oh, Max. It's fantastic.
Well, actually, no, that's not yours. This one. This one's yours, the people carrier, you know? Well, I thought it would be more practical because, well, you've got the children most of the time.
Yeah, right. But what was I thinking? Oh, thanks.
Oh.
Look at the two of them. Can't rubbing it in, can they?
Well, come on. Why don't you try it out, see how it feels?
Oh, Max, I couldn't wish for a better hubby.
Celebrating, are we? Didn't take you long to get over your dad getting sent down, does it?
Actually, I've been to see him this morning and he's in bits over what's happened.
Yeah, right. You just love lording over everyone round here, don't you? But no amount of flashing your emotions is going to make up for the fact that your dad is a murderer.
Well, at least we don't go around making a show of ourselves every chance we get. And for your information, the jury's acquitted me, Dad, and you need to accept that.
Like Anthea did, you mean? What are you on about? She's got off because she can't face sharing the bed with a killer.
That is a lie!
Hey, come on, there's no need for any of this.
What? That's where you're wrong. Merry Christmas!
Unless somebody helps your Katie, she's going to ruin her life. Come off it, things aren't that bad.
Me and Max did have a thing going for a while.
Oh, yeah, I remember that night.
It was a bit longer than that.
Anything to Max?
No, I don't want him to know.
Our son's being bullied and I want something done about it now.
Have you got anything lined up? Oh, can you get me a piece of it?
And Brookside's back on Friday at 8:30. Don't forget that Sammy Rogers, Rachel Lindsay, will be online for a web chat in a few minutes at channel4.com/talk. Next on 4, the first of a new 3-part drama, Swallow.
She left before I got up. Did she say anything about throwing paint over Jackie's new car? No, I didn't want to mention it in work. I'd have loved to have seen little Miss Perfect's face when she did it. Fancy Max paying out on a car for each of the men. Sounds like a guilty conscience to me. Or maybe he just wanted to do something special for his wife. I know how Max Farnham works. We had a thing going for a while, you know. Really? Could have got serious, but, well, the timing wasn't quite right. Otherwise, who knows what might have happened. You've done all right for yourself, though, haven't you? Rich husband and houses all over the place.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't swap my Richard for anything. I think every girl should get themselves an older man. They're more attentive and caring. Yeah, they can be a bit boring, but other things can easily make up for that.
So when do you expect you're going to go back to this perfect hubby of yours, then?
You were the one who asked me to come here in the first place. I'll be staying as long as Katie needs me.
Yeah, all right, then. OK, thanks a lot for your help. Bye. That was the garage. It's going to cost nearly £900 to get the car sorted out.
Just to get some paint off?
Oh, yeah, they've got to respray parts of it.
Oh,
Oh, won't the insurance pay? Well, yeah, but there goes my no claims bonus. And all my clothes are ruined. And I only wore them trainees twice. They cost me a bomb.
Very much.
Well, I got them on my honeymoon. Couldn't resist them.
At least the insurance are going to pay for your car. I'm sure you can afford to replace your clothes and stuff.
Yeah, I suppose. I just don't know why she had to do it. I mean, did it make her feel better or something?
I doubt it. Bet she feels really stupid today. I've never seen her act like this before.
I know. It's scary.
Maybe she'll calm down after this.
No chance. She wants revenge. She thinks that my dad's got away with what's happened, but she hasn't seen him in prison. He looks terrible.
We didn't make things any easier for him, did we? Having the debt collectors turn up like that.
Yeah, well, it's done now. Anyway, have you and Mike figured out how you're going to repay it all yet?
I don't know. We just seem to sink deeper and deeper into debt. I mean, it's not as if we've splashed down expensive holidays or anything, is it?
It's obviously all Michael's fault. He's never been any use with money.
You can't just blame him.
Then how have you ended up in so much debt?
Well, it started off with that dodgy car we bought. Then we lost loads on that video gear. It would have been okay if it weren't for his accident.
He's always been the same. No one's that unlucky. I don't care what you say. I still reckon it's down to our Mike.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, we're both to blame.
I'm sorry. What are you going to do then?
Mike reckons we'll have to pay the loan company about £25 a week.
Think you'll be able to manage that?
Just about. I'm going to try and do a few extra hours in the bar, but it's going to take forever to pay it all off.
Well, if you can keep up with the payments, at least you'll keep the loan company off your backs.
You're not painting the kitchen that colour, are you? It'd look like an army barracks.
No, don't worry. Ray said if I mixed it with the magnolia, it'd look all right. Anyway, it's not costing us anything. It was just in the back of Ray's art shed.
But it's green.
Don't worry, look, boss. What are you doing home from work?
Dad was off, so Linda said I could have a longer lunch. Look what I've got.
Hey, your beauty course vouchers.
This course is the first step to me becoming manager of my own business. So, I'm not going to let anything get in my way.
Was Becky okay about selling them back to you?
She insisted on an extra 50 quid, like.
She's supposed to be your mate.
I know, but it was my own stupid fault, really, wasn't it, for selling it?
Yeah, well, when we're loaded, just remember we gave you the money to get them back.
One day, we'll have a big fancy house and we'll fill it with all the best stuff.
Yeah, but until then, we're going to have to put up with the cork hills and Ray's old paint.
As much as I loved fresh fruit breakfast on the veranda in the Seychelles, you can't beat a nice sausage butty smothered in brown sauce.
Really?
It is nice to come home now and again, but couldn't see me settled back here. I'm surprised Max has stuck it out. You'd have thought he'd have moved somewhere nicer, wouldn't you?
Well, he's obviously happy here, especially now him and Jackie are together.
Yeah, I suppose, but they'd have had to have done something with that place of his. Extended it or something. I mean, those houses are so boxy. I know I'd rather live in a decent-sized house, even if they have got 2 flash cars up the driveway.
Are you even bothered about what Katie did yesterday to that car? Or what made her do it?
Of course I am. But our Katie's always been highly strung. She used to throw some right tantrums when we were little.
This isn't some fallout over a Barbie doll. Damaging someone else's property is serious stuff. I'm really worried about her.
And so am I, but she'll be okay. Now she's got it out of her system, she'll just settle down and get back to being herself.
You really have no idea how bad things are, have you? She won't rest until she's satisfied that Ron Dixon and his whole family have paid for Clint's death.
She's just upset that old Dicko didn't get longer in jail. She'll get over it.
So what about the civil action she's starting up against him? Do you know how much money and time that's going to take up?
It's just talk. It won't happen.
It will, and it'll make things a lot worse. She's completely obsessed with the Dixon family. And now that she thinks that Anthea's left Ron, she actually thinks she's getting somewhere with it. Unless somebody helps your Katie, she's going to ruin her life.
Come off it. Things aren't that bad.
Oh, yes, they are. Only you're so wrapped up in yourself you haven't noticed. You're not here for Katie. You're here to nose around and let us all know how well you're getting on.
I'm here for my sister.
Look, I asked you to come here, so why don't you just go back to where you came from? Nobody will mind.
Oh, Casey needs me.
Then either do something to help her, or go back to your husband and your breakfast on the veranda, because you're not helping anyone round here lazing around and stuffing your face.
Colour did you call that? Mouldy green?
Hey, it didn't cost anything.
What a surprise. PR crook this lot.
All right.
This is your chance to pay me back for sorting out your cash flow problems. A load of sparkling wine was going cheap, so I copped for it, got a mate of mine to print up some fancy labels. Old one off, new one on, and 30 bob fizzy plonk becomes special New Year's Eve bubbly. A bargain at 20 snots.
Good one.
People are going to know that they're getting ripped off as soon as they taste it.
Yeah, but by the time the happy revellers get round to tasting this lot, they'll be too bladdered to notice. Right, get started on this once you get the rest of the boxes in from the van.
Well, aren't you going to give me a hand?
I've done my bit. Look, any chance for a cup of tea and a butty? I am starving.
Thanks a lot, Beryl. I wish I'd brought a change of clobber with me to work.
Oh, you look fine.
Yeah, but I'm here as Aunt's dad, not the school caretaker.
Stop worrying. Let's just concentrate on what we're going to say to the head.
Do you know, they'd stick glued to those films all day if I left them.
I better get going or I'll be late for work.
Oh, I think I'll make our dinner before I go to the supermarket. Do you know what? If I'm hungry before I go shopping, I always end up spending a fortune on things you don't need. You know what it's like? You see all those lovely snacks on the deli counter and you just can't resist them.
Shopping's a nightmare with Beth at the moment. She just wants to grab everything she sees. I wish supermarkets won't put sweets where kids could reach them.
I always end up giving in to her too. I don't mind treating them now, especially if it keeps them quiet.
Yeah. Jack, you know if I wanted to do a few extra hours at the bar next week, is there any chance that you could look after Beth for me?
I can't see how I might be unhappy about that though.
Yeah, well, we ain't got much choice. We need all the money we can get. It'll only be for a couple of hours here and there.
Right, I'd love to help out, but I don't know if I could cope. I'm just about managing with these two as it is.
I thought you were managing fine.
I wish. I'm permanently knackered and ratty. Sometimes I feel like I can't cope with it all.
I had no idea. Why didn't you say something?
I wanted everyone to think I was doing okay. I never thought it'd be this hard, though.
Have you said anything to Max?
No, I don't want him to know. But sometimes I feel like just palming them off onto the nursery to get some peace and quiet.
Why don't you then? You can afford it.
Because I don't want to give up just because I find it hard. I want to bring them up myself.
So does that mean it's a no?
I'll see what I can do. Let me know how long you want me to have her for, and I promise you, I'll think about it.
Thanks, Jack. See ya.
You were right. Somebody's got to do something about Katie.
I'm glad you finally realised that.
There's only one way she's going to shake off this obsession with the Dixons and get back on with her own life.
And how's that?
By sorting things out with Jackie.
There's no chance. Too much has gone on.
Yeah, but they've been through loads together. If I can get Jackie to heal the rift, well, I might be able to persuade Katie to at least sit down and talk to her.
You're wasting your time, Sammy.
Yeah, well, I've got nothing to lose. I'm going to go round Jackie and Max's now.
So you can have a good nose around their house too.
I don't care what you think, Nisha. I'm doing this for our Katie.
Really? Well, good luck. You're going to need it.
Sorry to have kept you waiting, but I've had quite a lot of angry parents to deal with after last night's events. Your Anthony's got a lot to answer for.
It wasn't his fault.
Well, I can't remember seeing any other pupil ruining the play or wrecking the scenery single-handedly.
It's that Imelda and Paige you should be blaming.
Well, they've denied having anything to do with it. Perhaps Anthony is using them as an excuse.
You know their reputation. They've already been kicked out of one school.
Well, I admit they're not our best-behaved pupils, but perhaps in this case they're telling the truth.
You what?
Well, they did volunteer to help out on the play.
Yeah, just so they could get near our Anthony. And what happened to the anti-bullying policy? So to stop them going near him.
It wouldn't be fair to ban them from taking part. And besides, I can't just assume that the two girls are guilty.
I don't believe this. Our son's being bullied and you're making him out to be the villain.
I'm not saying that at all, but I do have to keep an open mind on what's going on. And if that means questioning your son's version of events, then that's what I'll have to do.
Imagine having a bathroom suite like that. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. You don't want to go buying those magazines of those big posh houses, and it'll only depress you.
Why? You don't need a big posh house just to have nice things, innit?
No, but you do need money.
It wouldn't cost that much to do this place up a little bit.
Yeah, but we've got other priorities. I mean, the only reason we're here is because it's cheap. We can't go around wasting our money on doing other people's houses up.
He's right, love.
So are Imelda and Paige just going to get away with this?
Even if they did sabotage Anthony's role in the play, all I've got is Anthony's word.
Isn't that enough?
No, it isn't. And I really don't want the situation to get out of hand any more than it already has.
They made our Anthony's life a misery.
They even forced him to steal.
Maybe the difficulties Anthony's been experiencing at home over the past few months have been a contributory factor in all this. Things can't have been easy at home with Adele and her problems.
Our Adele's problems have got nothing to do with this. The only thing that's upsetting our son is those two barefaced liars.
But we haven't got any evidence. Look, the only thing I can do, I'm afraid, is to go and have a talk with Imelda and Paige and see what I can get out of them. Are you prepared to sit here and wait while I talk to them?
We'll sit here all day if we have to, as long as this gets sorted out once and for all.
I'm sorry, but unless they confess, there's no way to prove they've been bullying anybody.
But they're hardly likely to own up, are they?
Probably not. And what makes matters worse is that the only thing actually linking them to Anthony is the fact that you admitted assaulting Imelda.
Look, if you've come to give me card another coat of paint for your mad sister, it's hard luck, it's in the garage.
No, I haven't come here to cause trouble. I just want to talk about our Katie. I'm really worried about her.
Well, so you should be. She's off a cake.
She needs help.
Well, there's nothing much I can do for her. She's made that perfectly clear already.
Yeah, but you've been closer to her than anyone. And if anybody can help us sort things out, you can.
Don't you think I've already tried? Sammy, she doesn't want to know. I reckon she spends so much time with the Moffat, she's turned into one.
Look, I know loads of things have gone on that I don't even know about. But I'm just trying to help her before it's too late. Look, I'm sorry for bothering you. I shouldn't have come.
Wait. Come in if you want.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'd love to get the old Katie back, despite what she thinks of me.
Well, I better get off to work.
I'll tell you what, I'll have another go paint the walls. I'll go round, see if Ray's got any different colours.
Whatever. See you later.
Hey, don't worry, love. You'll have your dream home one day.
This is taking me ages.
Yeah, but wasn't it worth it, though, when you gave your bird the money?
Yeah, I suppose so. I just want to earn some decent money, though. Have you got anything lined up?
Might have.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah, it's too early to give out details.
Oh, can you get me a piece of it?
What, so you could pay to do up Jimmy Cockle's house for him?
I have to do something. Emily hated here. Just wanted to be happy.
Is that what it'd take? New bathroom and kitchen?
No.
Well, you don't need money for that, you need initiative.
What do you mean?
Well, maybe there's a way of doing this place up without it costing you a penny.
How?
Finish that lot off, and I'll take you somewhere where I can get you a bathroom and a kitchen for nothing.
Oh, yeah?
I'm serious. Your Emily is going to be so made up with you.
Quickly! Sending Louise to boarding school is a sacrifice I'm prepared to make. I mean, her education's so important to me. I only wish I'd have got the opportunity she's getting.
It wasn't that bad.
Well, maybe for you it wasn't.
Sorry, I forgot. Your drink problem starts at school, didn't it?
It's a wonder that place didn't force more pupils to hit the bottle.
It wasn't that bad. They could have had its own maternity ward, the amount of girls that got pregnant.
And I don't know why. All the lads at our school were meths. Wouldn't minded some of the teachers, then.
Get lost. Do you remember Tracy Corhill and that PE teacher?
Oh, I thought he was quite good looking.
He was old enough to be a dad.
Yeah, well, I've always liked older men. And I'm not the only one either.
Max doesn't really feel that much older than me. I've never really given it a thought since we first got together.
I was dead surprised when I heard, though.
Yeah, so would a lot of people. Few of them weren't exactly overjoyed about it either. But I think most people have come to terms with it now.
Yeah, well, people should mind their own business. I know for a fact that when I first married Richard, some of his friends thought I was only with him for his money.
Well, that wasn't the problem for us. I've got plenty of money of my own. That health club's a little gold mine.
Yeah, doing really well for yourself, aren't you? Your own business, a nice house, Max, the kids.
Yeah, couldn't be happier, really.
Doesn't it bother you, though? You know, living in Susanna's house, you know, is she?
No, not at all. This is our home. We were going to move, but we didn't want to unsettle the kids.
It's funny seeing Max married with a younger wife. It just makes me wonder what might have happened if I'd have stayed around a bit longer the last time I was home.
How do you mean?
Well, me and Max did have a thing going for a while.
Oh, yeah, I remember that night.
It was a bit longer than that, actually.
The next morning as well.
Look, I know it didn't last long, but, well, I really felt like I got to know him.
Really?
Must be hard for you knowing his track record.
Max has changed.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. But it's not that easy for some men, especially when there's women around who see a wedding ring as a big turn-on. You know, good sex with no strings.
Well, I'm really lucky, because I know I can trust my husband.
Some fellas just can't say no, though, can they? I'm sure Max isn't one of them, though. Well, not anymore, anyway.
Look, Sammy, I thought you'd come here to talk about Katie, not my marriage.
I have.
Well, does she know that you're here?
No, she'd probably go mad.
Well, we all saw what she was capable of yesterday.
I still don't think it's too late for you to help make her see sense.
And I don't think you realise how bad things have got between us.
Yeah, but you can't just throw away years of friendship overnight.
I have tried to reach out to her, believe me, but she's turned her back on me every time. It's been horrible watching her tear herself apart over Clint and seeing the hatred build up for me and my dad, but she won't let me help her. I really miss her. She was more than my best mate. She was my soulmate, my other half. But I reckon that Casey's gone forever. I'll be a minute.
Yeah. I can't stop. I've just nipped out on my break.
Well, don't you fancy a quick coffee?
No, I better not. Hiya.
Hiya, Rachel.
I just wondered whether you'd thought any more about looking after Beth for us.
Well, I suppose a couple of hours would be okay.
Oh, I'm really grateful, honest.
Can't see how Mike being too happy about it, though.
Yeah, well, I'll just have to put up with it. Thanks, Jack. I really appreciate it.
All right.
See ya.
Ciao.
So, what do the little madams have to say for themselves?
They denied everything.
Of course.
So that's it. You believe them?
I don't actually, Mrs. Murray. But like I told you earlier, I have to be seen to be acting fairly on behalf of all of my pupils.
But you know they're lying.
I can't prove their involvement, but I am pretty sure they were behind what happened last night, yes.
So what are you going to do about it?
Without proof, there isn't much I can do apart from continue to monitor the situation. You've worked here long enough to know the position I'm in, Marty. Knowing what kids are up to is one thing, proving it is another.
So you're not even going to punish them?
My hands are tied.
What more do they have to put our Anthony through before you'll do something? Come on, Mart, we've obviously wasted our time coming here. If we want our son protected, we're going to have to do it ourselves.
But you can't blame Katie for being angry, though. I mean, she told me Clint was only there to stop his brother from attacking your dad.
If Clint's death is anyone's fault, it's his own brother Robbie's, not me dad's. That evil thing's to blame for everything that's happened. I should know. I nearly let him ruin my life. He thought he could knock me around. But as soon as he raised his fist to me, I realised what he was really like. I was lucky. I found out in time. It's just a shame poor Clint didn't.
Isn't there anything you can do?
Casey's got to realise if she has to take her anger out on anyone, it should be Robbie Moffat. Until then, I can't see anything changing between us. And that breaks my heart. Because I know she's going to ruin her life and there's nothing I can do about it.
But you're her best mate.
But you're her sister.
You've been more of a sister too than I have. Me and our Katie, we've never been close. We just happen to come from the same family, that's all. But you two chose each other, and that's why you're her only chance.
But isn't this Jackie Dixon's old flat?
This is Jackie Dixon's old, empty flat.
Ah.
She'll go in if you give her a good kick.
Okay.
Yes. Oh. Is right, Christy?
The way I see it, Casey needs to blame me dad. It's the only way she knows how to cope with Clint's death.
But she's got to move on sometime. I mean, Nisha told me she almost tried to kill herself after it happened.
What?
Didn't you know?
No. It doesn't surprise me.
Well, at least she's not that bad now.
I reckon she is. And I can't see things getting much better. I saw hatred in her eyes yesterday. And it wasn't just for me or me dad. It was for herself and what's happened to her.
I know she feels like she'll never get over losing Clint, but she will.
He was the love of her life. All she remembers is how happy they were. How happy they were always gonna be. He'll always be perfect to her. And that's why I don't think she'll ever get over him or what's happened to her.
So, what do you reckon?
Yeah, it's boss. But how are we gonna get it out?
We're not, you are. Got some tools you can use in the back of the van.
Nah, this needs a plumber.
Look, all you got to do is rip it out. You unscrew everything and rag it off the wall. It's a doddle.
No, I'll flood the place.
Look, do you want it or not?
Of course I do. All right, I'll sort it out. But I need your van to get it back to Jimmy's.
All right, I'll drive around the back and wait for you there. But you've only got 2 hours, right? I want you out the way before the neighbours start arriving home from work.
Better get a move on then, eh?
Thanks, Jackie. I really didn't realise how serious things were. I mean, our Casey's always been so strong. When my dad died, I mean, we all just felt a bit. She was the only one who coped. She's obviously not going to cope with this, though, unless I can get her to face up to things before it's too late.
Well, I hope you can. Otherwise, who knows what'll happen to her. See you later.
Bye.
What's the matter now?
I've gone and done something really stupid.
Gotta get off. Where are you off to? The bingo?
Bingo? I went to see Jackie yesterday.
You what?
Well, I'll tell you later.
Sammy?
Any veddies involved?
Strictly on account.
You get there yet, kid?
Do you know what? Everyone thinks that they can walk all over me. Like him. Like you.
Catch 2 episodes of Brookside on Wednesday from 8. Coming up on 4, wedding jitters get the best of Chandler. Bing bails out on his big day in Friends next.
Katie?
Time you didn't work?
I'm not today.
Well, what about the money?
I'll make it up tomorrow. Mrs. Roberts isn't back till Thursday, so she'll never know.
Is she away again?
Mm.
It's about 3 holidays she's had since you worked there, isn't it?
4?
It's all right for some, innit? More money than sense, some people.
And I've got to pop over to the walk-in centre as well. Our Beth's got a sniffle.
Is she okay?
Yeah, I just didn't want to drag her around work with me this morning. And Mrs. Roberts will have her heating turned off while she's away. Beth would freeze.
Right, come on then. I'll walk over the parade with you, then I'll get the bus.
What time did you say you were in court?
10:30.
I hope everything goes okay. I hate to think of you having to go through this on your own.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, but we should be facing it together.
Rachel, we are facing it together.
Yeah, but...
Look, will you stop worrying? We're definitely doing the right thing, and I'll be straight in and out, no probs.
We really appreciate you doing this, don't we, Tim?
Yeah, we do, honest.
You sure my nan doesn't mind you being around here all weekend?
Hey, I know that yesterday.
Not at all. We're all family, aren't we?
Yeah. One big, happy...
Yeah, certainly are. Big happy family.
Actually, Emily, I think your nan was sooner I was over here making a racket.
Do you think so, Ray?
Yep. Tim, could you pass that level? Nearly there. Will you hold it? Great. There you go. That's not bad, eh? Is it? Even if I say so myself.
It looks brill.
Well, they should do. It's a lovely unit. It's got a great finish on it.
Yeah, well, it should have. They nearly knew these.
Nelly? Yeah, well, I thought I saw a few stains here and there.
Where?
There's one by the draining board over there.
Oh, yeah. That was me there.
Tim,
He hasn't spoiled them, has he, Ray?
Not at all. No, we get rid of that. No bother.
Hiya. Hiya, Rach.
Don't make yourself late.
I'm all right for a bit.
Mike, I don't want any trouble.
Well, don't look at me then.
You might be better going now.
Rachel, this is a public place. I've got just as much right to be in here as anyone.
Shh.
She thinks she owns the place.
Maybe you calm down. You can't go into court like this. They'll end up throwing you out.
I'll be all right down there. Because I won't be looking at some sad, vindictive cow who's on some stupid crusade.
Behave, Mike, please.
Rach, you can go in now. Second door on your left.
So get off.
Think you'll be okay?
Well, I'm going to offer them 25 quid a week. But once they've heard our hard luck story, I'm praying I'll knock it down to a fiver.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Do your best.
I will do. Just need a bit of luck, that's all. See you later.
See ya.
Yes, but you see, Mrs. Roberts, it's all a misunderstanding. Yeah, I realise we've let you down this once. Sorry, twice. But we've always done a thorough job without any complaints. Oh, you have? Oh, I didn't know that. Look, well, if you just listen to me, I'm sure we can come to some agreement over reducing costs. Right then. Thanks. Bye.
What's wrong?
That was Mrs. Roberts.
Who?
A great granny's client, or was. She's cancelled her contract with us.
Oh, why?
Well, Rachel didn't turn up this morning.
Well, perhaps she's not well.
Well, she could have rang.
Or maybe she didn't think.
Yeah, but that's no good to me, is it?
No, right, you better have a word.
Oh, I feel more like throttling her. It's not just great grannies. Mrs. Roberts belongs to the health club as well.
Why should that affect you?
Well, if her and her friends think that I'm not capable of running a business, they might drop out of the club.
Well, then again, they might not.
No, but I shouldn't have to be in that position worrying about it. There's people cancelling their contracts with great grannies left, right and centre because of the trial.
I didn't know that. Why didn't you tell me?
Well, you've got enough on your mind with the shelf.
Hey, you can tell me anything.
I know, and thanks. But the problem is, once one person starts jangling about things, everyone knows.
Now, come on, take it easy.
I just don't want me dad coming out and his business has gone down the pan.
But getting upset, it's not going to help, is it?
Not just that. Talking about Casey with Sammy's really upset me. I'm just all wound up.
Well, perhaps I could get some cover at the restaurant if you need any help.
No, you go away. Go on.
You sure you'll be okay?
Yeah.
Still at it, mate?
You're out early, aren't you?
I've been stretching my legs. Doing a good job there, kidder.
Oh, he's does, don't you, right?
Oh, come on now, Emily.
It's pity hard, Tim. He hasn't got the house to do something like that. Isn't it, Tim?
Oh, come on. Tim's done his job, has he? He's put you a nice bathroom, a nice kitchen, hasn't he, Jim?
Oh, yes. Mind you, our Tim's a thinker. Not a worker.
He's only right, Em. See, these hands are going to make me a fortune one day. And I don't want them covered in plaster and cement, do I?
No, if you got your wits about you, you don't. The trouble with this type of work is, once you start, you can't stop.
Hey, I thought you were supposed to be in for 10.
1:30.
Oh, right. OK, putting the kettle on. Fancy a brew?
Oh, yeah.
How long are you going to be, right?
Oh, a few hours yet.
Oh, I thought you might have been done before I went to work.
Hey, don't bother the man, Em. He'll do it in his own good time. Hey, all right, Jay?
All right. Look, Tim, could you tell Ray that Jessie wants a word with him?
Why don't you ask him yourself? He'll be out in a minute.
Can't. Gotta get off.
What's the rush?
I'm gonna be late for work.
Oh, why? Where are you working?
Just the bar in town.
I'll get in. I'll have to come down sometime. Have a drink with you, eh?
Well, you see, it's only a little place and, well, it's new, so you might not know it. Jessie said, can you let him know what time you're coming home?
Oh, thanks, lad. I won't be long now. Could you do the favours with Jessie for me?
I can't. Gotta get off.
Were you off to the bingo?
Bingo?
Yeah, he's got a job in the bar in the bingo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but it's only temporary, like.
Oh, housey and two little ducks and all that.
I've got to go to work. See you later.
See you later. Hey, I bet your Nicky's made up with you working at the bingo and that.
Don't get it.
Well, think about it. All those grannies, you've got no chance of straying.
She's got a temperature.
She'll be fine. Has the doctor given her a prescription?
Yeah, the only thing is I hate waiting around in them chemists. There's always a queue.
Yeah, but why should you mind? You don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, can't complain. It is free.
I mean, it's free for the Dixons.
What do you mean?
Free prescriptions, free murders.
Katie, that is horrible. You don't have to be like that.
Oh, I do. And by the way, will you mention to Jackie and Mike that I'm taking out a civil action against the father?
You can't do that.
Why not?
Don't you think he's suffered enough?
No, I don't.
Is this all about money? What? You're just trying to get money off Mr. Dixon?
Rachel, none of you have got a clue, have you? This isn't about money. I don't give a toss about Ron Dixon's money. I want justice for Clint.
Mr. Dixon is doing his time.
It's not justice. That's a joke.
It's not a joke.
I'm telling you it is. And not you, not Ron Dixon or Jackie Flamin' Farnham is going to stop me from seeing this through.
Ow!
Hello, it's me again, Sammy Rogers. Can you tell Katie, please? Why not? Oh, I'll hang on. After dinner? Oh, I'm not waiting that long.
I'll put the kettle on.
Oh, Rach, it's all right. I'm not stopping. Been walking the baby around all morning to try and get her to sleep. She only just gone off.
Same here. Beth went about 10 minutes ago.
Where's Mike?
He got back from work and then he had to go straight to the court.
Right, so he does go to work then?
Yeah.
But you don't?
Oh, Leanne's given me the afternoon off. I'm covering on Sunday instead.
I don't mean the bar.
Oh.
What are you playing at?
Are you talking about Mrs. Roberts?
Yes, Mrs. Roberts. She's an important client for Great Granny's and the health club. You've probably knackered everything up, and she's friends with loads of our other clients.
Well, I was going to do a bit over tomorrow and then go straight to work.
Well, it's too late now, Rach. She's cancelled her contract with us this morning.
I thought she don't get back till Thursday.
Well, she came back early.
I didn't know.
I know you didn't, but it's not good enough, is it? And do you know what else she told me?
What?
It's not the first time it's happened, is it?
Katie, did you get me note?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you wake me? I was late. Well, I've been ringing. I need to talk to you.
What about?
Well, it's a bit personal. What time do you go on your dinner?
Not having one, we're too busy.
Miss Needham, do you want to go in? Second door on your left.
We're gonna have to go.
All right, but you are going to talk to me. I went to see Jackie yesterday.
You what?
Well, I'll tell you later.
Sammy?
Hello, Manor Park Walking Centre.
Can you get a drink here or what?
Right.
Your uniform suits you.
What can I get you ladies?
Just 2 orange juices.
Ice?
Please.
None for me, thanks. All right. Job okay then, Jerome? It's not bad. I mean, the wages are a bit less like, but...
Must be nice to be working. You know, earning.
Yeah, it is, Jessie. And I'm grateful. Thanks.
I should think so. Jobs are hard to come by these days.
Not if you know the right people, they're not. Hey, Jerome.
Afternoon, ladies.
Oh, hello, Tony. You okay?
Not at the moment, Jess.
What's up?
I've got to cancel the last couple of games.
Why?
The caller said he's got to get off early or hospital appointments or something.
Oh, you can't do that. I'm feeling lucky today.
Well, there's nothing else I can do.
Yes, there is.
What?
Give Jerome a try. Me? He's college educated.
Is he now?
I don't think so.
Give it a go.
It's worth an extra 10 quid.
You did say you were short of money.
All right, then I'll give it a go.
Nice one.
I'm not sure about this, you know. Don't you let me down. Don't forget it was me who got you this job here in the first place.
Don't you think I've got enough on me plate with me dad being in prison?
I had to take Beth to the doctor. She's got a temperature.
Yeah, she might have, Rach, and I understand your problem. But I can't be running a business not knowing whether my staff are going to turn up or not.
Well, I'm sorry, Jackie, but being a mum's not that easy, you know.
Well, I'm a mum as well, but I have to do my work.
What work? And anyway, you're not even a proper mum yet, are you?
What do you mean?
Well, you've only just started. You don't know the ups and downs.
Anyone else would have sacked you.
How do you mean?
Well, just because you're married to my brother, you think I've got to let you do what you want?
I don't do what I want.
Seems to me like you do. Do you know what? Everyone thinks that they can walk all over me.
Like who?
Like you, or Mike, Susanna's sister Lisa.
Where are you getting all this from?
It's always happened. Just because I've got a few bob, you'd all think that I haven't got a care in the world.
Well, I'll tell you what, then.
What?
You won't have to worry about me anymore.
Why?
Because you can stick your job.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So you're resigning?
From right now.
OK, if that's the way you want it, fine by me.
And me.
See you, Bermundo.
I'll be back tomorrow to do the bits and bobs tonight, you know. Then we can have a look at the bathroom.
Nice one, Ray.
Hey, I had a look at the bathroom suite when I was in the garden before.
Yeah, what do you think of it?
It's top quality.
Yeah, well, I got off the same friend.
Ah, well, there shouldn't be any problems. I'll see you.
All right, cheers, Ray.
Good old Ray. He's a good skin, isn't he? So come on, then. Spill.
What?
This lot from Christie, is it?
Kind of.
Amazing. Not quite what I had in mind when I said you'd pick up a few tips, but...
Hey, I had to rip it all out myself.
I should think so, too. Any veddies involved?
Nope. Strictly on account.
Aha, nice one. You'll get there yet, kid.
Jackie,
Hiya.
where are the children?
Oh, we're over at Dan Murray's with Adele.
Oh, how come?
Well, I took them down to the grotto in town, bumped into Adele and she offered.
Oh, that's good of her. Is she a little young to be watching children?
Max, she's 16.
Oh, OK.
We settled down OK, and I said I'd pay her a few quid, so...
You're not yourself at all today, are you?
It's been a bad day all round. I had words with Rachel.
Oh, have you?
Well, it was a row, actually.
And?
She's packed in.
Work? No, that's not very good news.
Probably not, but it was her decision.
Well, what did you say to her?
No, I just said fine, OK, and I walked out.
Oh, well, I suppose something had to be sorted out.
Oh, Mike will probably be round on the bounce.
Do you think?
Yeah, but I can handle him. It's the other thing that's doing me head in.
Katie.
Yeah, I'd have to go through everything with Sammy yesterday.
Do you think she was sincere?
I never thought I'd say it, but yeah.
Just maybe she's grown up.
It was a real heart-to-heart. She knows I want Katie back again.
And I want it to happen for you, too.
Don't know if it ever will.
Well, it can't go on forever, can it?
I hope not.
Oh, we'll just have to wait and see what Sammy says to Katie.
That's the hard part. Waiting.
Jerome seemed a bit nervous.
He'll be all right once he starts shouting out the numbers.
And when he gets his extra wages.
Especially that.
You know what surprised me?
What?
How you let him back into the house after all he'd done.
I did it for Nicky.
Don't think I'd have done it so quick.
I could tell she was pining for him, but she didn't want to let it show. She couldn't kid me.
You sure he's not kidding you? I mean, it is a roof over his head, isn't it?
Nicky's no fool.
Oh, I suppose not. Must have been horrible for her, finding out he was carrying on.
Well, I blame that Nisha, leading him astray.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Well, it won't happen again.
You hope.
Not while he's living with me, it won't. I'm glad he's there. I can keep an eye on him that way.
You mean you want to see what he's getting up to?
Exactly. And I'm making sure he helps around the house. And what with his work here and his studies for university, he won't have time for anything else.
Hiya, Rach.
Shh, Beth's having a nap.
Sorry.
You've been ages.
I had to sit there for hours. Didn't get seen until after dinner.
And what did they say?
The credit company, they laughed in my face.
Why?
Because I offered them 25 quid a week.
It wasn't enough.
They said with the interest, it'll take about 7 years to pay off.
Oh, so how much do they want us to pay?
They didn't say. It's got to go to some redetermination hearing or something.
And when's that?
I don't know, but we'll be paying a lot more than we offered. I'm fed up with it, Rachel, I'm telling you.
Something else.
What now?
I was talking to Katie in the walk-in.
And what's she planning? A march around the town or something?
She's taking a civil action out against your dad.
Well, Katie Rogers is suing me, Dad.
So she said.
I don't think she can.
Well, they do it in America all the time. They sue someone who was found not guilty and claim for damages.
And what does she think she's going to get with old Brassy?
The house.
I don't think so, not while we're all here.
Oh, she's going for something.
Look, just forget about her, will you? She's off her head.
Mike,
the matter now?
I've gone and done something really stupid.
Ooh, so that's my first game over, and one lovely-looking lady sitting right there in front of me is £100 richer.
Graham looks as though he's enjoying himself.
He does, doesn't he?
And he's good at it.
I can't disagree with that.
So, people, am I doing okay?
Yeah!
And, do you like my uniform? Thanks. My sentiments, exactly. Right, are we all ready for the next game? Yes! Excuse me, are you two young ladies ready? In fact, are you even old enough to be playing? Right, so moving on to the next game, and your first number for a line for £25 is...
I can't believe you just packed in like that.
She got me back up.
Rachel, we're in enough debt as it is.
Well, I couldn't help it.
How much did she say?
She said that was fine by her.
Oh, did she know? Well, I think I'm going to go and have a word with me little sister.
No, don't.
Why not?
I don't want her to think it bothers us.
Yeah, but it does.
Well, yeah, of course it does. But now I think about it, I'm glad I stood up to her.
I suppose it needed saying sometime.
I felt proud of myself.
Don't worry. We'll be all right. The fighting Dixons, aren't we?
I'll get something else. More hours at the bar or something.
Come here. It's just me, you, and our Beth, eh?
I love you, Mike.
Yeah, I love you too.
Jerome, you were brilliant.
I was only reading off the numbers.
It's the way you did it, though.
Yeah, anybody could have done it.
Some people can't, believe me. Do you fancy making it permanent?
How permanent?
Not every session, just keep to the same hours you're doing behind the bar.
And pack the bar in, like?
Yeah, just do the calling.
Oh, will I still get the extra money?
Of course.
Sound? What about this? Do we have to wear this when we work there?
No, that's just for the bar staff.
You got yourself a deal?
What did you go and see Jackie for?
Oh, you've got time to talk to me now, have you?
Don't be funny.
I'm not, but I've been trying to talk to you all day.
Well, I'm here now, so come on.
Sit down.
I don't want to sit down. I want to know what you're playing at.
Well, I'm not talking if you don't sit.
Happy now? Well, come on.
I needed to talk to Jackie.
What about?
Well, I wanted to get her side of the story.
There's only one side.
No, she didn't think so.
Who cares?
She opened up to me.
Whatever she said, I am telling you, it's all lies.
Well, she seemed sincere.
Oh, yes, you can put that on all right.
She's really worried about you.
I don't think so.
She is.
I don't need her, and she doesn't need me.
Well, I think you need each other.
Oh, do you now?
Yes, I do. And I think you need to step back a bit and calm down.
Listen, Sammy, I know you think you might have been doing good, but all you're doing is poking your nose into other people's business.
I'm just trying to get you back together.
You haven't got a clue, have you? Jackie isn't my mate anymore.
She wants to be.
All that stopped when her father murdered my fiancé.
Casey, you weren't engaged to the lad. You were going out with him. He was just another fella.
Should do this more often.
I know.
Not the time, though, is there?
Well, we should make time. Feel good?
Mm.
Just the thing you need after the day you've had.
I never went round to sack Rachel, you know.
I know.
She doesn't understand.
No, probably not.
It's hard enough running a business, never mind being a mum as well. I tried to explain the pressure I've been under.
Did she realise?
Nope.
Well, nice families for you.
They can be a pain sometimes.
Tell me about it.
You can have a rest now.
Had enough?
Yeah, thanks.
You sure? I mean, I could always go further down if you want.
Not now, Max.
Sorry.
No, it's not you, it's me.
All right.
I've just got too many things on my mind at the moment.
Oh, well, I could pick up the children if you like, so you can have a lie down.
That'd be great.
Those Moffats have turned your head.
You don't know what you're talking about.
They're a gang of no-marks.
You don't know them.
Well, I've heard enough about them.
Yeah, off Jackie Flamin' Dixon.
Yeah, well, you were both going out with brothers.
Robbie is the nutter. Clint wasn't.
They were robbing Ron Dixon's house.
He wasn't, you stupid cow. He was trying to stop Robbie from doing it.
Yeah, well, we'll never know that.
I know.
Casey, you're losing it.
I'm not.
You are. You've got to get over this. This whole thing is destroying you.
I want revenge for Clint. I want that murdering scumbag dead.
Look at yourself. Look! That isn't Katie Rogers. That isn't my sister. It's somebody I don't even know. You have got to move on. There'll be other fellas.
You don't get it, do you? I don't want other fellas. I want a Clint forever.
Oh, Katie, you hardly even got to know him.
You what?
The lad's been dead almost as long as you knew him. What are you doing?
I've had enough of your preaching. Now go on.
What do you mean?
Get out!
I'm going to ring work and get one of the lads to swap shifts with me. Me and you are going to have a romantic night in.
Well, what can I say to make it up to you?
How about goodbye?
That whole couple thing, it's just not me.
I know you're not for you.
He's not like you, though, is he? He's different.
Yeah, he's different, all right.
You're nothing but a scheming and manipulative little cow.
And you're a stuck-up blind little slag.
And you can hear those insults in full as the Brookside double bill continues next.
Ready?
What's the rush?
The rush is I've got 200 desks to shift before 9.
Oh, we wouldn't want to let the school down now, would we?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you wouldn't have to walk round with him, would you, if the teachers were doing their job? I can't believe the cheek of that head saying it was Anthony's fault what happened at the school play.
Well, she can only go on what she sees.
I told you just wouldn't get anywhere going to see the head.
Why can't they just take our word for it, eh?
Mrs. Plummer needs hard evidence. And it wasn't as if she beat him up on stage or anything.
No, she just humiliated him, which is 10 times worse in my book.
They've got procedures. You can't expect them to rip up the whole rule book just because it's our son.
No procedure that Imelda needs.
Yeah. And I tried it your way, remember? If I pushed her inside school, it wouldn't be just you signing on in this house. Mrs. Plummer went by the book with me, and it's just as well she did.
And seeing as how you're so concerned about your brother, you can pick him up at 12:30.
12:30?
He's on half day.
Is that a problem?
No. And if you see either of them girls, stay well clear. There's been enough bother already.
You still here?
Do you really want me to go?
Sooner the better.
I was only trying to help you.
Going round to see Jackie behind me back, then coming back here and repeating her lies, you call that helping?
I was worried about you, I still am. And I don't see how me going is helping you. I should be supporting you, helping you get through this.
I think I'll manage.
I'm really sorry, Casey. You've got to believe me. I wouldn't hate you for the world.
You should have thought about that before you went to Jackie's for tea.
Well, what can I say to make it up to you?
How about goodbye?
What's with all the noise?
Ray's doing a bit of work for Jimmy.
Smoke, it sounds like it's going off in our garage then.
It's his circular saw. Something to do with the bath panel.
Do you mind if I make myself a buzzy?
Just let me finish putting these dishes away. I thought you did a marvellous job at the bingo.
What's that?
You were a natural at calling out the numbers. Much better than that other fella.
Nan?
Yeah?
Have you seen me pail and tongs?
In the bathroom.
Listen, could you do us a favour and not mention about the bingo to Nikki?
Why?
Well, she'll just take the mick.
Don't be daft. You should be proud of yourself, stepping in to save the day like that.
Got them?
Shouldn't you be in uni?
It's nothing to be ashamed of.
What isn't?
Jerome's been doing a bit of bingo calling.
You are? You, a bingo caller? You wind me up?
Well, one of the callers phoned in sick, so...
Straight up. You're calling numbers out down the bingo?
Yeah.
You're not?
I am.
Mike!
I heard you the first time. Tell you what, I can't remember being this tired. Not even when Beth was teething.
Sorry, I didn't know if you were up or not. I've got to go to work.
I was thinking of going to see our Jackie later. Now I've had the chance to calm down a little bit.
I don't think that's a good idea. She's not going to give me my job back just because you kick off her.
Yeah, but it'll make me feel better. She's only been there 5 minutes and already she's hiding and fighting.
Look on the bright side. At least this way you'll be able to get some rest when you come in. We'll get by.
I don't want to just get by. I want to live a little bit, have a laugh.
It's not like we're on the streets.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to ring work and get one of the lads to swap shifts with me. Me and you are going to have a romantic night in.
Fish fingers and splitting a bottle of lager.
No, I was thinking more along the lines of a curry and a bottle of plonk.
Can we afford that?
Oh, sod what we can afford. We're going to have a night off counting the pennies. I think we deserve it, don't we?
Oh, that you off then?
Well, it looks like it.
Next time you get any big ideas about calling in the cavalry, keep them to yourself, eh?
I was only trying to help. And so was I. Do you think I've been dying to leave my house in London to come and doss down in some minty flat in Manor Park?
Oh, you'll be glad to get back in that case, won't you?
What's that smell?
No, I don't know. It's horrible.
It seems to be coming from down there. That's minging.
It smells like the drains. Careful, Nisha.
Oh, someone's robbed the place. I better get on the phone to Ian Lee and tell him what's happened.
The bathroom's gone.
You expect me to leave you on your own in a place like this?
I'll manage.
Are you sure about that? I mean, if someone's broken into here, what's to say the other flats won't be next?
Yeah, they're only coming here because it's empty.
Yeah, well, I still don't like the idea of leaving you when this has just happened.
Nice try, but you're still getting in that taxi.
Jay, why didn't you tell me about the bingo?
Because I knew you'd skip me.
As if. I think it's quite cool, actually.
Really?
No.
See, that's why I didn't tell you.
Oh, all those women hanging on your every word. They're loving every minute of it.
Look, leave off, will you?
OK, so what's it like?
It's quite fun, actually. And a lot of blokes go as well.
Well, looking to grab a granny, eh?
Yeah, well, that's what I thought at first, but a lot of young people go too.
Oh.
Some of them know they're so into it, it's scary. You have to sit in the same seat, use the same pen. There was this big kick-off the other night.
What happened?
Well, some bloke missed the number he was waiting on because somebody's mobile phone went off on the next table. There was murder.
Thrill a minute, eh?
Yeah, laugh all you like. But how many nights can you come home with more money than you had at the start?
Maybe you should come down there then. See what I'm missing out on.
No way.
Why? Thought you were embarrassed.
I wanted to apologise for being such a divvy about you the other week.
So you should. I'm not into fellas who want to play the big man in front of the mates.
Look, I'm really sorry. I told me out of order.
Yeah, you were. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a crisis to deal with upstairs.
Any flanking up with?
Not unless you know anything about plumbing.
I could have a look.
I thought you were in some mad rush.
Well, I could spare 5 minutes for you.
That's big of you. Casey, I'm really sorry.
What for? Not believing me in the first place about Clint? Going to see Jackie?
Yeah, but I wanted to be sure about what happened.
Wasn't me telling you good enough?
But you and Jackie used to be such good mates.
No, not anymore.
Do you know I used to be jealous of you too? I mean, you'd always seem closer to Jackie than you were to me, even if I was your sister.
You know, that's ancient history.
Well, I can see that now.
Good. So now your curiosity is satisfied, you can sling your hook.
Katie, how many times do I have to say I'm sorry? I'm holding my hands up here. I made a mistake.
I can say it to you blue in the face for all I care. Have you any idea what it's like to have to sit and listen to your own sister spout the same rubbish I've been getting from Jackie?
I was taken in, I admit it. But when someone's standing in front of you telling lies to your face, will you believe them?
It should depend on who that someone is. I've already told you that the Dixons are doing everything they can to blacken Clint's name.
Yeah, well, you're letting her win now. You do know that, don't you?
How'd you make that out?
Well, I've only been here 2 minutes and we're at each other's throats, and it's all down to Jackie.
She never asked you to go round there.
No, but she made sure she told me enough lies so I was convinced black was white by the time I left.
She's good at twisting things, I'll give you that.
Talk of the devil.
Where you going? Your cab's here?
I'm not going anywhere until I've put hair straight on a few things. So while you're here, do you want to tell me what that was all about the other week?
I was wound up by you giving me the cold shoulder.
But I wasn't.
Well, I've hardly seen you since you got back from Tenerife.
I haven't been avoiding you, see. I've just been busy. That walking centre doesn't run itself, you know.
Yeah, and I've got too much time on my hands.
I'm sure you'll find something.
So overblow me chances, would you?
Oh, well, you must be keen if you're prepared to stick your hand down there for me.
Well, it's going to take a plumber to fix it properly, but that should stop the worst of the smell. Can I get cleaned up in yours?
Go on, then.
How are you? Look at it. Like butter wouldn't melt. It makes me sick. What's wrong with you?
Thought you'd get away with it, did you?
Get away with what?
Don't be playing the innocent now just 'cause Katie's here.
I'm not playing at anything. Do you mind telling me what you're going on about?
Telling me a pack of lies about Clint, trying to convince me that he deserved all he got.
Katie, I said no such thing. It's not what Sammy's been telling me. And Sammy's a liar. What have you been saying?
So you got over me bringing something back then?
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
So you should be.
Listen, I'm going to have to shoot. I've got to pick our auntie up. But, is this us back on then?
Depends what you mean by back on then.
Well, you know, you, me, boyfriend, girlfriend, a couple.
Oh, hang on. I thought we were just having a bit of fun.
Yeah, and we are, but would you like to make it more permanent?
I'd like to keep seeing you, but that whole couple thing, it's just not me.
Am I enough for you?
It's not that. I like you, and I like you when we're together, but I'm not Katrina, and I don't want the engagement ring and the flat and the whole routine that goes with that.
Yeah, neither do I. That's why I dumped her.
Then what's the problem if we see other people, then?
Wait a minute, are you seeing someone else at the moment?
No, I'm not, but if I meet someone I like, or if you meet someone you like...
Just doing me head in.
Oh, what would you rather? That I crept around and saw other people on the sly like Jerome did with Nicky? I don't want to be doing that to you. That's why I'm making things clear now.
Oh, that's big of you.
I'm laying my cards on the table here, Steve. I do want to keep seeing you, but you might not be the only one, and if you don't think you can handle that, then maybe you should call it a day.
I better go.
Katie, she's lying through her teeth.
And why would you want to do that?
Because you're twisted. You said the two of us were alike when you came round to mine. What a joke. You're nothing but a scheming, manipulative little cow.
And you're a stuck-up lying little slag.
Oh, do you know what? I'll have to stand here and listen to this.
Yeah, well, that's where you're wrong. Someone around here needs to put a stop to your lies and stick up for Katie.
Oh, you want the truth then, do you?
Oh, at last.
Clint might not have been scum, but he was a divvy, following that Robbie round in the dead of the night. He was trying to save your rotten family by following him into the house. Oh, get real. He could have called me, Dad, or warned him. Better still, he could have phoned the police.
And grass up his own brother. There's some families who understand loyalty.
Oh, like you mean? Oh, don't make me laugh, Sammy. Casey's been going through hell for months now. Where have you been?
Yeah, well, if I'd known about the lies you lot were spreading, I'd have been here sooner.
All you're doing is staring it. No, she's not. She's telling it like it is. Like it is? Oh, that's a laugh. If you've got something to say, then spit it out. Do you know what? I've had to take your abuse for months now. You think you can say whatever you like about my family, fling as much mud as you want and hope that some of it sticks? Well, I've had enough. I haven't even started yet. Not Jory might have been fooled, but I can still take out a civil action, and I'm going to take your dad for every rotten penny. Get real. The only reason you do that is so you can get a few more months getting to play the grieving widow you've loved every minute of it. Do you know what? If Clint meant that much to you, why did you jump into bed with his brother straight after his funeral? You answer me that, eh?
But what if she did? I mean, we all make mistakes, especially after what Katie's been through. I told you she twists things. How low can you get, eh?
You wanted the whole story, now you've got it. Where's Anthony?
Is he not here?
Why would he be here, Steve? You're supposed to be picking him up.
Yeah, well, I got held up. By the time I got to the school, he'd gone. Thought he'd be back here by now.
We ask you to do one thing. You can't even manage to do that. I'll have to phone the salon.
Yeah, this will be him now.
Lucky for you.
Anthony!
Where's your trousers?
Well, I've missed my train.
You don't have to go.
I thought you couldn't wait to get rid of me.
I was upset. I said some things I didn't mean. But seeing you stand up to Jackie like that, it's
made me think. Katie, if you don't want me to go, I'll stay, you know. But only if you're really sure.
I didn't think you'd want to be around me after what Jackie said.
People make mistakes. I know, I've made more than my fair share of them.
Do you stay then?
Of course I will.
Oh, come on, it'll be a laugh.
No, there's no way you're coming down the bingo.
But I want to see you in action.
Take the mick more, like.
What are you two quarrelling about?
Mr. Smooth here doesn't want me to see him doing his bingo calling. I think he thinks that his fan club might desert him. You don't want to see that he's got a girlfriend.
I think it's a good idea.
See?
We could make a night of it.
What, you've started now?
What do you think, Ray?
Oh, I'm not so sure. The last time I set foot in a bingo hall, Reenie died.
Now might be a good time to lay it to rest.
Every time I hear the word bingo, all I can see is Reenie standing saying, over here, over here. She keeled over.
You used to love it down there.
Plus, you don't want to miss my Jay's 15 minutes of fame, do you?
I'll think about it.
None of this would have happened if you'd been to the school when you said you would.
Look, I'm sorry, OK?
Anthony, you need to tell us who did this to you. Was it Imelda?
Oh, that Paige.
Love, we can't help if you don't tell us.
Telling's not going to help. You never do nothing anyway.
That's not true. We've been to the school.
Yeah, and now everyone thinks I'm a grass.
Anthony.
Get him.
No, leave him. He's right. We haven't helped. Who's been at this?
Niche, but don't say anything.
Never meant to sleep with Robbie, you know. Just sort of happened.
You were vulnerable, and he must have known that.
She and Jackie didn't see it like that.
Yeah, well, I think that's a bit rich. I mean, she couldn't wait to drop her knickers for Max as soon as Susanna was out the picture.
Do you think I'm a slag?
Oh, we all make mistakes. Do things we're ashamed of. I mean, you sleeping with Robbie hardly compares to what Ron Dixon did.
Thanks.
What for?
Standing up for me.
I'm your sister, aren't I? And I'm not going to let Jackie Dixon or anyone else hurt you. I mean that.
She's asleep.
Right, you look terrific.
Thanks.
Right, what will it be? Red or white, madam?
White, please.
Good, because that's all we've got.
You sure we can afford all this?
What did I say this morning about having a night off thinking about money?
Sorry.
And the answer to your question is no, we can't afford it. So let's just enjoy your day. Might not be up to Jackie's standards, but it'll have to do.
I'd rather drink cheapo wine with you than a Chablis at one of Jackie's fancy dinner parties any night of the week.
Well, that makes two of us. A toast?
To what? Doesn't seem like we've had much to celebrate lately.
It's going to be better from now on, Rich. And anyway, everybody struggles after the first few years of marriage.
Jackie hasn't.
You're not jealous, are you?
Nah. She might have money and flash new cars. But there's one thing I've got that's worth a lot more.
And what's that?
You need daft lump.
Where is he?
Upstairs.
Should I go up?
Maybe later.
Well, at least he's not hurt, eh?
Not physically, anyway.
Look, the question is, what are you two going to do to put a stop to it?
Don't start on us. If you collected them on time, none of this would have happened.
Look, you two arguing isn't going to help Anthony. The question is, what do we do now?
Well, sooner or later, they're going to catch one of them girls out.
And in the meantime, Ant's got to suffer.
How do you think I feel? I can't even protect my own son. There's nothing worse, believe me.
Steve's right. We've got to do something.
Yeah. But what?
Well, we can keep him out of their clutches when he's at home, can't we?
Yeah, but that's never been the problem. I can't keep my eye on him every second of the day and do my job.
Neither can the teachers, by the sounds of it.
So we're back to square one.
If Ant's only getting bullied at school or going to and from school, then why don't we keep him at home?
Take him out altogether? And do what? Teach him at home?
Find him another school. One where they won't let our son's life become a misery.
I was thinking of going to town tomorrow. Do you fancy anything for Crimbo?
I never know what to ask for.
And then you get a cob on when I get your perfume.
I do not.
What about the rest of them? I'll have to get my dad something.
How about a big cake with a file inside it.
Yeah. You know what? If he wanted to break out the place, all he'd have to do is offer to renovate the place. There wouldn't be a wall left standing.
What about Max and Jackie?
Once you get the couple that have got everything, when the people that are buying them are on the minimum wage, you mean?
How about an engagement ring on a bit of elastic for Jackie?
Yeah, a stair lift for Maxie.
Typical Jackie, innit? She gets married and we cop for 3 extra presents. Everything she does these days seems to cost us.
I don't even know why we're bothering. It's not like we're speaking to them.
Well, why don't I have a word then? Tell them that we're not up for exchanging presents this year. Sure, Jackie'll be okay about it.
Just tell her we're a bit strapped. What with your boss, Mrs. Scrooge, binning her off just before Christmas? Says it all, doesn't it?
I'll let you into a secret. There's another one in the fridge.
Oh, nice one.
Didn't expect to find you here. Yeah, we ran into Jackie and there was a bit of aggro. I couldn't just up and leave her in this state.
So you're staying?
Looks like it. Was that your fella we saw leaving at top speed earlier?
Yeah, but he's not my fella.
Oh, sorry, I just thought...
We've been seeing each other for a while, but I don't think it's going to work out.
How come?
He's just too immature. Not that you have that problem with Richard.
Oh, I don't think age makes a difference. All men are like little boys, if you ask me.
Not having problems, are we?
Oh, no, he's sound. Mr. Reliable, always there with the readies.
We can't take him out of school.
We can't guarantee he'll be safe if he goes.
Well, what do you want me to do? March into the head's office and start laying the law down?
Make a change.
I've got to work with a woman, Di. I can't afford to throw me weight around or I'll be out me here. And someone around here needs to keep working.
That aimed at me, is it?
Well, when are you going to find a job?
I thought we were supposed to be working out what to do about Anthony.
Well, you're talking about him as if he's a problem, not our son.
Look, he's got to learn to stand on his own 2 feet. Otherwise, it's going to go on until he leaves.
He's not like you, though, is he? He's different.
Yeah, he's different, all right.
Don't speak about your brother like that.
We all know why he's getting picked on. All that Catholic claptrap he's always coming out with. The other kids at school must think he's a right weirdo.
I hate to admit it, Di, but he's got a point. With all this religious stuff, he can't be doing him any favours.
So what? He's supposed to change who he is just so he's left alone?
It might be an idea if he just started to act a bit more... normal.
You're saying he's not normal?
Do you want to pop me cork?
You okay?
I'll be fine in a minute.
Are you crying?
It's nothing.
Oh, you are, aren't you?
I can keep myself occupied during the day. Keep my mind off it. But when I fall asleep, it all comes flooding back. I see him, Sammy.
Clint?
Yeah. He's stretched out on the floor, all on his own, and I want to go to him and tell him it'll be okay, but I can't.
Oh, I wish I could think of something to make you feel better.
Take him Ron Dixon for every penny would be a start.
You think you could?
It's a nice idea, but I need a load of money to pay the lawyers.
It's a non-starter, then.
I'd just love to wipe that self-satisfied smirk off Jackie's face.
Oh, someone needs to put her in a place, that's for definite.
Give anything to get me home back on her.
Are you serious?
I want her to feel the pain that I have. I want her to wake up in the middle of the night sobbing her eyes out, see how rational she'd be about it all then.
And you reckon that'll make you feel better?
It's the only thing that'll make me feel better.
If you want to get back at her, I'll help you.
Do you mean that?
I'm your sister, aren't I? And whatever you want to do, I will back you. Don't worry. We'll get her.
Oh. Well, your job's still there, you know, if you'll come back.
She doesn't want the job.
What? I mean, she's unbelievable. One flash of an engagement ring and she's on her back.
Please don't chuck us out, Jim. Normally they're careful about stuff like this.
If Katie and Jackie are carrying on like a pair of kids, well, maybe it's up to us two to be the adults.
That next, Brookside is on Friday at 8:30. Well, next on 4, a crisis of conscience becomes a battle against a drugs Goliath as our drama Swallow continues.
Morning.
Hell's just spoiled.
How are you feeling? You've got a day off today, haven't you?
Supposed to get this place sorted. Looks like a tip.
Oh, I'm awful tired. I didn't sleep a wink.
Not the only one. Been tossing and turning half the night. Didn't have that flat getting burgled either. Kept thinking they were going to do this place in. When I finally managed to forget about that, Jackie kept popping into my head.
She really got to you, didn't she?
You saw what she was like. Oh, toffee nose 1 minute, getting out of a posh new car. Next minute she's arguing like a fishwife.
Yeah, well, don't let her wind you up.
Oh, OK then. I'll just forget about the fact that I had a family over in my life, shall I?
She'd love to see you like this, you know.
I'd love to see how she'd get on in my position.
I've told you. If you want to get your own back on her, I'll help you. We'll just wait for our moment, eh?
Oh! Sorry, kid.
Sorry, Jim. I didn't realise you'd be up.
Don't worry, Jim. Could have been worse.
How?
Could have had your thong on.
Morning, Casanova.
Morning. Rachel, I'm sorry about last night. As soon as I lay down, I was out cold.
I'm only joking.
I tell you what, though, best night's sleep I've had in ages. Don't I feel better for it?
Good, because you're going to need all your energy for later.
Oh, is that a promise?
Yep.
I'll get it.
Is it Bill's?
Yeah. The good news is they're not for us. Well, apart from this one.
Who's it from?
Of course.
We are writing to confirm that the loan company are unwilling to accept your proposed repayment schedule and a redetermination hearing will be arranged for January 2002.
That means we've got to go through all that rigmarole again.
Yeah, well, they're not telling us anything we didn't already know. And at least we can stall them for a bit. And we've still got to tell them that I've lost my job with Great Granny's, haven't we?
Do you reckon that'll make much of a difference, like?
Well, how much I earn affects how much we can afford to pay, doesn't it?
Yeah.
At least we can put it off till after Christmas.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I don't know about you, but I'm not letting something like that put me off my turkey. Let's worry about it when it comes, eh?
Hi, Rach.
Hey, Jackie. Sit down. So, how are the kids?
Oh, they're the least of me worries. I've just had another run-in with Casey.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, only this time she brought their Sammy along for a bit of backup.
It's the last thing you need, isn't it?
Anyway, I'm not here to discuss them two. I was sorting through some of Harry and Emma's old clothes and thought they might do better turn. It's lovely in here, isn't it? Reminds me how pokey our place is. Anyway, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just that they're too small for Harry and I'm sick of seeing Emma in them, so...
Beth's growing out of her clothes faster than we can afford to replace them.
I know, they cost a fortune, don't they? And it's not like they get the wear out of them. Last pair of shoes I bought Harry cost more than mine did.
Anything in there that'd do for me? Any of Max's old cast-offs?
Right, we're off, Jimmy.
Right, so. You better get a move on, hadn't you? You're going to be late. You'll be getting your wages docked.
Oh, I'm working tonight. Pensioner special. Got the Blue Rinse Brigade in till late.
No.
Better get a move on yourself, haven't you?
Nah, not until later.
All right, then. See you later, Jim.
Can I have a quick word before you shoot? About before. I'm sorry you caught me in my bills. Not a pretty sight first thing in the morning. Or any time of day, come to that.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Just gotta make sure it doesn't happen again. Thing is, I don't think this is working out the way it should. The living arrangements, I mean.
Oh, Jim, she normally has her dressing gown on. She was just in a hurry. She come out to get a bag and...
Hang on. It's not an inquest.
Please don't chuck us out, Jim. We're normally dead careful about stuff like this, aren't we?
Yeah. If I'd have known I'd embarrassed you, then...
All right, all right. No one's kicking you out yet. And there's no need to be sorry. First time I've felt my pulse rise in ages. Anyway, as lovely as you are, I don't think either of us want a repeat performance of this morning, do we?
How about if I wore my dressing gown all the time?
No, it's not that. It's... Well, you two are newlyweds, aren't you? Young people who like being together, doing things together. And if you had the place to yourselves, it wouldn't be a problem, would it? You'd be able to kiss and cuddle to your heart's content. Only you haven't got the place to yourselves, have you? I live here as well. And that's the problem.
Thanks, Rach. Look, I'm sorry about your job and everything.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does. I shouldn't have kicked off on you like I did. You didn't deserve it, and I'm sorry.
Thanks, Jack.
But look, your job's still there, you know, if you'll come back.
She doesn't want the job.
What?
I said she doesn't want the job.
Oh, Mike, how can you be so pig-headed?
Look, Jackie, every time money is mentioned in this family, all hell breaks loose. So from now on, we're going to keep it separate. If we're not involved in your business or taking your money, we stand a better chance of getting on, don't we?
We don't have to do that.
Oh, but we do.
What do you think?
Well, we could do with the money, but it's not as important as family, is it?
Well, all right, if you think it'll help.
And let's be honest, it's the only thing we ever fall out over. Jobs, money, who's running whose business.
Yeah, you're right. And I'm sorry.
Forget it, we've all been there.
I was thinking of going in to see Dad. It's about time I spoke to him, cleared the air.
Mike, he'd be made up to see you.
Well, I'll speak to him when he rings, you know, sort things out.
Well, no, why do you write to him?
Yeah, phone call's over in a matter of minutes. I remember that with my mum and Beth. You never get enough time to say what you need to.
And there's always a queue for the phone. My dad was saying no sooner is he dialing than someone's telling him to hurry up and get off. Write to him. And then you can ask him to make sure your name's on the visiting order and you'll definitely get to see him.
Yeah, I will do, yeah.
So, what about this lot? Shall I just take them home?
No, leave them. Might be something in there that'd do Beth, mightn't there?
Oh, I'll give these a quick swill, and then I'll get the shelves sorted out. All right.
It's only a matter of time, I suppose.
All right, lads. It was only an accident. No harm done, eh? Look, it's just a couple of drinks. I'll tell you what. I'll get them in, on the house. Go over the tables and I'll bring them over for you.
Well, I hope them drinks are coming out of your pockets.
The eye doesn't see it.
Morning, boss.
Jimmy, first job of the day for you. Get them Christmas trees sorted.
Well, decorate them like?
No, stick them in the porch and get them tied together before they sprout legs and walk. And when they are, stick that up.
Oh. Bargain?
Hi, Jim.
Okay.
Oh, thought me look at cheese then.
Dad's just sent me in to get a sandwich for the dinner. I was glad of the break though, because it was all surgical stockings and death eats.
Hey, don't be knocking the senior sits. They're good tippers, them, aren't they?
I suppose so. I've been worried sick about what Jimmy said this morning. Has he mentioned anything?
No, he's just come in. And besides, you read what he said. He's not chucking anyone out.
Yeah, he said he's not chucking anyone out just yet. I've avoided him to saucy.
That's right.
You no break, Emily? Yeah, well, he's not. Let him get on with his work.
What's up with your face?
Have you got any cheese and ham rolls?
No, Christy had them all. Can do you a cheese and piccalilli?
It's for Diana. I don't know if she likes that. Tell you what, do as a cheese and onion, and that way if she doesn't want it, I'll eat it.
You can.
Make sure that's paid for.
Take notes of the room. I don't. Listen, do you fancy a night out?
I could do with a bit of a cheering up, like. When?
Wednesday. I'm going to turn up. Mob handed at the bingo. It's a bit of a surprise for Jerome, so not a word to him, OK?
I'm hardly going to be speaking to him, am I?
Can I trust you to be in the same room and not have a go with him?
What? With the bingo king? It's your funeral?
Look, sis, my Jay's not perfect, but neither's your Tim, is he? So, why don't we just agree to disagree?
Yeah. It's not worth falling out over a fella, is it?
So, you're up for it?
Yeah. I'll have a word with Tim and see if he fancies it.
I don't think it'd be his type of thing, do you?
Customers need serving you when you finished yapping.
I'll have to go. See you later.
See you later. What can I get ya?
Hang on, before you go. Got a bit of a job lined up if you're interested.
Might be. Depends what's an offer.
Well, I'll take the £100 you've already had off me into account, plus the kitchen units, plus the bathroom suite.
Why don't you just say you're calling the favour you did me?
I'm calling in a favour I did you. There's still going to be a couple of quid in it for you.
All right, count me in.
And hey, this isn't Little League, all right? Could get a bit heavy.
Like I said, count me in.
We're out of milk. I'll run the garage.
You must be getting fed up of seeing me like this.
I just think you're making things more difficult for yourself, that's all.
You make it sound like I'm doing it on purpose. You've got no idea what it's like waking up every day with this sort of stuff going on in your head.
No, you're right. I haven't got a clue. But one thing I do know is those Dixons would love to see you like this, sitting, crying and worrying, while they're out doing the Christmas shopping and planning the next holiday. Do you know what you have to do to make yourself feel better? Get even with her.
And do what exactly? I've had it out with her time and again. I've screamed, I've shouted. I've even done a car in.
And after what you've been through, do you think any of that's going to make you feel any better?
What do you suggest I do? Get myself a gun and take Max out?
Well, whatever it is, it's got to be more damaging, more permanent than throwing a tin of paint at a car. And I think I've got an idea of what it is we should do.
Isn't it? Whizzing back home from work for your tea.
I know. I didn't think Di would let me go, but I just turned around and said to her, look, I need a break. I need to have a hot meal.
What time do you finish?
8. You come and meet you from work and walk me back.
Yeah, of course I will. Hey, do you fancy going for a drink afterwards?
I'll have to see how my tips go. Don't you get bored just sitting here all the time on your own?
No, it's not all the time, is it?
I was just thinking, you know, all work, no play.
Well, if it's play you're talking about, come here.
Do you fancy a night out with your mates on Wednesday?
You could be a bit more subtle, couldn't you?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Where you going?
Nowhere. I just thought that you might like a good night out with your mates, that's all. Oh, Nicky wants me to go to the bingo with her. She wants to go and watch Jerome make a show of himself. Which I'm well up for.
You at the bingo?
Yeah, I'm living the high life, aren't I? I'll have my eyes down for a full one with our Nicky.
And me?
You?
Yeah, it's you right. It's my night off Wednesday.
Oh, I was going to ask if you wanted to go, but Nicky said you wouldn't be into it.
Come on, a few scoops, a chance to win a small fortune, and the opportunity to take the mick out of Jerome. What more could I want from a night out?
Great, then. I'll have to go in 10 minutes. I've left Maisie Crocker under the dryer with the demi-wave. If I don't get back, she'll have a head like a bog brush.
10 minutes, eh? We could do 11, 10 minutes. Come here.
Max?
Sammy? You after a table?
No, actually, I was wondering if I could have a quiet word with you.
Why, sure.
I wanted to apologise.
What for?
Don't tell me you haven't heard. I should never have said those things to Jackie, but Katie's hurt and I automatically jumped to her defence. You know what it's like with family.
Well, Jackie was pretty upset.
And that's down to me. I should have known better. I mean, I know both sides now.
Well, if you really do want to apologise, I suggest you go and see her. She's the one you upset.
Well, I was wondering if you'd say sorry for me. I'm caught in the middle, Max, and to be honest, I just want things to get back to normal.
Do you think that's possible?
Well, it's worth a go, don't you think? I mean, if we don't, who's to say how long this'll carry on for? We all live in the same place. Doesn't it make sense to get things sorted?
Well, I'm not exactly sure what it is we can do.
If Katie and Jackie are carrying on like a pair of kids, well, maybe it's up to us two to be the adults. I'm sure there's something we can come up with to sort things between them.
Mate, you woke you up, haven't I? You working tonight?
I work every night. I was getting up in half an hour anyway.
I keep forgetting you work nights, sorry.
I wish I could. I'm knackered.
Tell me about it. The kids have got me worn out. Come 9 o'clock, I'm fit for nothing. Rachel not in now?
Must be out with bed, getting a bit of fresh air. Do you want a brew?
No, won't keep you. Look, all it was, well, I was thinking before, and I know Rachel's down on her money, and you must have bills to pay left, right and centre. And there's Christmas coming up.
Don't remind me.
Well, I've got a suggestion. Well, we've got a suggestion. I mentioned it to Max a while back.
Go on.
Well, we don't think you should bother with Christmas presents this year. You know, instead of spending it on us lot, you can keep it all to yourselves. Did you manage to talk to your Lynns before?
I nipped back to ours to ring her, didn't I? But she was out. Then she rings me and I'm out. We keep missing each other.
It's a bit weird, that, when your kids move away from you.
Yeah, well, it takes a bit of getting used to, you know.
Well, we had it in reverse, I suppose. You know, my mum went to go and live in Brussels. Oh, that was bad enough. Still, you've got a couple more kids on your hands now, haven't you?
Oh.
They behaving themselves?
Well, they're doing stuff young people do. Know what I mean?
I don't know how you do with Jim. I would not last 2 minutes if we had to live with our Emily again.
Well, I used to think that when our Lindsay moved back home, you know. It was funny getting used to her being back there with her mum and dad. No, it's funny getting used to her not being there. Could be a bit quiet, you know. Lonely, I suppose.
Is she doing all right, though?
Oh, yeah. Got a new life for herself now, new start and everything. Yeah, I bet she'll have her own house in a year. You mark my words. Best thing she ever did.
Yeah, but how must that feel? To lose someone you love? Someone you'd planned to spend the rest of your life with? I mean, especially under the circumstances. What must that do to you? I hope you don't mind me mentioning, but... Well, I heard about Susanna. If anyone can understand what Katie's going through, Max, it's you. It happened just over a year ago, didn't it?
Yeah, November the 5th.
Oh, no thanks, I'll stick to this. Well, I wasn't around when you got married, so here's to you and Jackie. I must say, Max, I was a bit surprised when I heard.
Well, you're not the only one. A very lucky man.
She's a lucky girl.
Well, I wish you were around when we first got together. I could have done with his support.
Oh, it's the same with me and my fella. Everyone up in arms over the age difference.
How old is...
Richard. Old enough. I mean, compared to him, you're a toy boy. So, how's Jackie getting on with being a mum? Still coping?
Oh, well, yes. A few teething problems, but we're getting there.
Mustn't be easy for her, though. I mean, single 1 minute, mother of 2 the next. I mean, they take up all your time, don't they? I mean, you don't get a minute to do... Well, to do the things you used to, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean.
When Louise was younger, I was so tired looking after her. I hardly had any time or energy for Richard. If he'd have been any younger, I don't know how I'd have coped.
You just do.
Yeah, I suppose. Anyway, I better get going. Or Katie will have the sniffer dogs out after me.
Here.
Oh, thank you. If anyone can sort this mess out, Max, it's me and you, don't you think?
Maybe you're right. It's down to us.
Well, thank you for your time. I'll see you soon.
So she said don't buy presents this year. I thought that's what you were going to say.
I was going to. She just beat me to it.
Well, at least we've got a couple of quid for ourselves, eh?
Everything she seems to do just winds me up, you know.
I just feel like we're hanging on her every word sometimes. She decides if we're going to buy presents. She decides you should write to your dad. It's like we go to make a decision and she's made it for us. We're like some poor relations who can't be trusted to think for ourselves.
I know, and I've had enough of it. Listen, we've got at least a month's grace before we have to make our next payment, yeah? So that gives us a little bit of extra cash.
What are you thinking, what I'm thinking?
Well, if you're thinking we should get our niece and nephew Christmas presents, then, yeah?
A little something for Jackie.
A token for the brother-in-law.
Yeah, let's show him.
Come on now, dear, telling us what we can and can't do. It's our Christmas. I reckon we can do what we want.
I thought you were supposed to be permanent pensioners or something.
Finished, Jim. Just treating hubby to a drink.
Can't be bad. If I had a missus like that, we'd still be together. Now, we've got a bit of unfinished business, haven't we?
Yeah, look, about this morning, Jimmy. Sorry.
Look, it's not apologies we need, it's a solution. And I think I've come up with something. Now, you two keep getting in my way, yeah? And I keep getting in your way. So with that in mind, what I suggest is this. From now on, I'll sleep in the extension. You two can move upstairs to the master bedroom.
Do you mean it?
Can I have Lindsay's old room?
No, you can have my old room. I want Lindsay and Kylie's rooms left as they are for when they come to visit.
Thanks, Jim.
Nice one, Jim.
Yeah, so from now on, I'll be able to work on my computer without worrying that I'm disturbing you two. And you two will be able to do what you do without disturbing me.
Sorry, mate.
Have you been all day?
I've been a busy girl.
Can you hang that up?
Oh, wind your neck, and you're starting to sound like my mother.
You been hitting the bottle again?
Oh, I allowed to smile.
Not like that, you know.
Guess who I've been talking to? Max Farnham.
What have you been talking to him for?
Oh, just catching up. Guess what he said?
Oh, I'm not interested.
Mrs. Farnham's not up to it. This wife and mother stuff. She's out of her depth.
You told you that?
Well, not in so many words. But I reckon she's bitten off more than she can chew. I mean, she stopped work to look after the kids, yeah? And she's fallen asleep left, right and centre.
What else did you say?
Well, reading between the lines, I don't think things are going too well for them.
How come?
Well, it's been a rush job, hasn't it? I mean, that Susanna one died just over a year ago, and he's shacked up with someone else. Rebound or what? And she's jumped at the chance of settling down. From what you've told me, it's taken a while, but she's got there in the end.
Well, she always gets what she wants.
I mean, she walked up the aisle a few years back, and as soon as she got to the altar, she marched back out again. And then there was Robbie. I mean, she's unbelievable. One flash of an engagement ring and she's on her back.
I'm not bothered about what she does. All I'm interested in is giving her a taste what I've had to put up with. What?
Well, that's where I think I might be able to help you. Oh, you should have seen him, Katie. He's well up for it, I'm telling you. Now, if Max started to play away from home, how do you think she'd feel? What do you think that'd do to her?
It'd destroy her.
Exactly. And we're going to make her suffer like you have. We're going to wipe that smile off her face good and proper. We're going to break up that bitch's marriage.
They'll get me again, you know. You can't stop them. My teacher can't stop them. They'll get me again.
Hey, when's it all going to kick off?
I told you, I'll let you know. I want you on standby, ready to go at a moment's notice.
You're screaming for revenge one minute and then acting like a terrified kid the next. Those Dixons tore your life to shreds.
I just got to thinking, all this has got to stop, hasn't it?
More Brookie Wednesday at 8 on 4. Next up, Ross and Joey are freezing their somethings off in Friends.